Hello, hello, hello. Mic test 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello.
Good morning and welcome to one and all present here. In case you missed it, the match has started. Accenture has won the toss and chose to bowl first. Oh, here we go. Another good delivery. The first two balls were two wickets and Jairaj was on a hat trick, but Tushar blocked it well. The decision to bowl first has gone well in Accenture's favour as they've got two early wickets of the first three balls of the innings so far. Another great ball. Jairaj is bowling a perfect tight line and length, not allowing the batsmen to free their arms. He's yet to concede a single run, has already picked up both the openers. Oh, that one was in the air as well, but lucky for the batsman that they did not reach the fielder. Brilliant bowling here from Jairaj, still not allowing the batsman to score runs. Here we go, last ball of the first over. Another great delivery, a very successful over from Jairaj, a double wicket maiden to get things going here. Accenture right on top here in the very first over of the match. It's Faisal Khan into the attack, bowling to Pramod, who's just marked his crease here. Great delivery, but an even better shot, a lovely flick shot, resulting in two runs for the batting side. Comfortably taken two runs, and the first runs for ACC here. Huge appeal, but the umpire thinks otherwise. Tushar Kamal lucky to have survived there. The pressure is visibly on the batting side. Can Faisal Khan keep up the pressure and get one more wicket here? Another wicket here could really puncture ACC's chances of scoring a big score today. Again, you can see that's a very tight line, very good length. Pramod having no option but just to block it out. Again, another very good flick shot onto the leg side, and the batsman will scamper across for a single. And he's gone! Another wicket! Third wicket in the very second over. It's 3 for 3 for ACC, and Accenture are on complete fire here. It was a good length delivery outside the off stump. Tushar looking to poke at it, but finds edge and a fine catch by the wicketkeeper there. The decision to win the toss and opting to bowl first has worked wonders for Accenture here, as they've reduced ACC to 3 for 3 runs before the completion of 2 overs. Out to the crease now is Ketan Rai. You can only imagine the kind of pressure he's under. ACC really need a big partnership here. We can see the batsman having a chat in the middle, Pramod giving advice to Ketan. They both know how crucial this wicket and this partnership will be in the course of the match. Accenture showing their intent in the field, continuously cheering their bowler on, and a very aggressive field set with just one fielder outside the 30-yard circle on the third man boundary. Here we go, last ball of the second over. Oh, that's a good shot, but straight to the fielder. After the end of 2 overs, the scoreboard reads 3 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. Jairaj back into the attack for his second over and is keeping the pressure on. Yet to concede a single run here. This has been a fine exhibition of bowling here. They've bowled the right lines, they've bowled the right lines, showcasing once again how important it is to restrict the opening batters. Huge appeal! Now umpire thinks otherwise here. This could have been fatal for ACC here. What a shot! That's a brilliant shot. Scampered across, moved across the crease, made room and flicked it towards fine leg. A beautiful flick shot to bring up the first boundary of the match. Let's take a look at that again. Brilliant shuffling made the batsman double guess his plans and a brilliantly executed flick there. A very crucial boundary, showcasing confidence and breaking the shackles for ACC here. That's hit in the air. Can the fielder get there? No, he can't. It's hit over the fielder there. But the fielder will cut it back and restrict the batting team to 2 runs. Pramod making his intentions clear here. He's not here to block them out. He's here to take the attack back to the bowling here. It was a well directed short ball but well handled in the end by Pramod. A beautiful hook shot towards long on there. Again shuffled across and a brilliant pull shot again towards fine leg. Pramod seems to fancy that region as it brings up his second boundary in the same region there. Just look at that shot again. Moved across the crease and a brilliant pull shot. Towards fine leg, there's a big gap there and he's utilizing it beautifully. Jairaj under some pressure there. He's considered 10 runs of the 5 deliveries he's bowled in this over. Let me remind you that he bowled a double wicket middle in his very first over. Can he finish his second over well here? Here he comes in for the last ball of the third over now. In the air, but just short of the fielder there. A quick run, brilliant running. That could have been very close here. After the end of 3 overs, it's 14 for the loss of 3 wickets as Pramod keeps strike. There was a long discussion between the overs and has resulted in a bowling change. Chetan Jadhav now into the attack for the fourth over of the innings. Great cut shot there. Pramod is looking on fine song today. His third boundary of the innings so far, and he scored all the 18 runs that ACC have managed to gather here. Just look at that again. Brilliant technique there. Waited for it, transferred his weight onto the back foot, and a brilliant cut shot. Completely piercing the gap. No chance for the fielders there. And that boundary has resulted in some fielding changes. The man from third man has gone back to point. But again, a great pull shot here. Another boundary for Pramod. Chetan put under pressure immediately. First two deliveries, both of them hit for boundaries here. Look at that. Got into position early there and swatted it towards long on there for another boundary. Pramod seems to be on a mission here today. He's already on 22 of just 12 ball here. Seems to be batting on a completely different pitch here. That's a good comeback from Chetan. A good length delivery that nipped back in. But a good block by Pramod. Sensible batting here. Another good ball. He's bowling to the plan now. He has a heavy offside field and he's finally bowling to the plan. Keeping it away from the hitting arc and on a good length away from the off stump. That's well placed into the gap for a good single. A good nudge there. But the fielder in the 30-yard circle cutting it short to restrict the team to a single here. It has been a decent comeback from Chetan Jadhav in this over. After being stuck for two boundaries of the very first two balls, he just considered a single of the next three balls. Can he end his over well here? Again, outside the off stump, but a misfield. The ball is racing away. A good recovery from the fielder there to just keep it to one run. After the end of four overs, it's 24 for the loss of three wickets. As Ketan Rai gets off the mark. Faisal Khan back into the attack for the fifth over of the inning. What a shot! Look at that shot. That's beautifully timed from the middle of the bat. An exquisite cover drive that goes all the way. What a shot from Ketan Rai here. Certainly the shot of the inning so far. Oh, just look at that. You could watch that all day. Perfect balance, perfect shot, right into the gap, and a brilliant boundary from Ketan Rai here. Goes once again, aerial this time. The result is the same. Another cover drive, another boundary. They've started this over well as well. Just look at that. Pretty much an action replay of the first shot. Good balance there from Ketan, and he lofted this time, evading the fielder for another boundary. A good start to the fifth over here. Faisal Khan needs to pull it back this time. Can he get a wicket? Can he stop the stem of runs here? That's in the air. Can the fielder get there? No, he can't. That's another boundary. Three in a row now. Look at that. Waited for the ball to come. Lofted it in the air, and the fielder at mid on had no chance. That went a high way up in the sky and bounced just before hitting the boundary ropes. Three consecutive boundaries here. ACC are up and running now. Again, a good shot, but some fine footwork there from the fielder to restrict the batting side to a single. Again, Pramod Rai shuffles across and pulls one to the fine leg boundary. He certainly favors that region. A very expensive over unfolding here from Faisal Khan. That is the third boundary of the over, fourth boundary, mind you, of this over. Let's see that one again. As usual, shuffles across, goes over to the off stump, and pulls it with grace and finesse there. It has been an extremely expensive over so far. Can Faisal Khan end it with the wicket? Can he make a comeback on the last ball of the over here? Here we go. As he steams in, Pramod Rai seems determined. Another shuffle, a good shot, but straight to the fielder. Faisal Khan ends that over with a dot, and after 5 overs, the scoreboard reads 41 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. And it's time for some spin here. Leon comes into the attack for the last over of the power play. This over will pretty much determine which way the power play goes. There have been wickets, there have been runs. What will this over bring? It will be interesting to see now. Ooh, that is beautifully bowled. Gave the ball some good flight, landed in on the good length area, and a decent and sensible poke from Ketan Rai. Oh, that's a very cheeky shot. Very clever there from Ketan Rai. Used the pace of the ball for a good scoop that will result in 2 runs here. Good fielding on the boundary to ensure that the ball remains within the playing area and restrict the batting side to 2 runs here. Again, brilliant line, brilliant length. Pushed the batsman on the back foot, and all Ketan could do there was push it back to the bowler. This is a good over unfolding so far. Can he keep the momentum going? Again, well bowled, kept it outside the hitting arc of the batsman, well on the offside, and hit straight to the fielder there. This one was slightly full or it's gone up in the air. Can the fielder get there? No, he can't. A brilliant effort, but he keeps it in the playing area to restrict the batsman to 1 run there. That was well bowled from Leon there. After a few deliveries on the good length, he tempted the batsman with a fuller one, gave it some good flight. The batsman took the bait and went for it, but fortunately, it evaded the fielder on that occasion. Now it's time for the last ball of the first power play. Again, a very good ball, sensibly played with soft hands there to steal a quick single there. After the end of the first power play, it's 45 for a loss of 3 wickets. And you could say this partnership is giving some remnants of a partnership here. A very good recovery from ACC. After they were restricted for 3 runs for the loss of 3 wickets, they've come back well here to add 42 runs for this partnership so far. Here we go. Jairaj back into the attack. First ball flicked, but there's a fielder there. Very sensible captaincy here from Accenture. They know how important it is to get a wicket here, and for that reason precisely, they've brought Jairaj back. He's already scalped 2 wickets. Can he get one more here? Can he puncture the run flow here? It'll be interesting to see how this over unfolds, especially now that he can afford some more protection outside the 30-yard circle since the power play has ended. Oh, that's a very good ball. Right on the middle stump, right on the money. But a good block from Ketan. He seems solid and in good touch now. Ooh, another good delivery. Straying on the leg side this time. The batsman getting his pad onto that. And as they scamper across for a single, it's Pramod now on strike. And rightly so, the umpire signals a leg by here. Oh, that's a good short ball. Pramod once again looking to shuffle and pull it across, but beaten for pace this time. He looks visibly upset and knows that he missed out on another scoring opportunity there. Here we go. An action replay of the same previous ball. Pramod shuffling in, looking to pull, but another good, well directed short ball from Jairaj, beating him for pace once again. This has been a brilliant over so far after the power play. Has considered just 2 runs of his fire deliveries here. Can he end this one well? Once again, third time now. That's an action replay for the third time. Again. Pramod looking to shuffle and hoik it across the leg side, but getting beaten for pace there. A brilliant over after the first power play. Just 2 runs coming off that over. And Jairaj has somewhat brought momentum back to Accenture there. It's Leon to continue here. Slighted delivery, hit in the air, well placed into the gap, and that's a brilliant boundary from Ketan Rai. He's certainly getting his move on. That's his fourth boundary of the inning so far. And with that, the 50 runs comes up for ACC. The ritual of scoring a boundary of the first ball of the over continues, and the pressure is back on Leon. Can he bounce back now? Again, flighted, driven this time through the ground to the fielder at long off there. That sensibly played was straying on. It's a very cheeky shot. There's no fielder there. Brilliant match awareness. The chase is on. That is exceptional work from the fielder there to get to the ball before the boundary and to restrict the batting team to just 2 runs there. After the end of after the end of 8 overs, the scoreboard currently stands at 55 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. It's Rohan Verma into the attack for his first over of the innings. Oh, straight down the leg side there, starts off with a wide. He'll certainly have to bowl that again. The bowler making some field adjustments there as he comes to bowl his first ball once again. What a shot! That pierced the gap beautifully. Waited on the ball, got on the back foot and cut it brilliantly. There was a very small gap on the offside, but he somehow managed to find it. Very good awareness of where the fielders are and good game presence here from Pramod. He's putting on a batting masterclass out here. Once again, the first ball of the over has been dispatched to the boundary. Can Rohan come back? Ooh, that's well bowled. A similar delivery, just pushed it a bit fuller and a good dot ball. Valuable dot ball. That'll do Rohan's confidence a world of good. Once again, that's a good clear game plan from Rohan here. Keep it away from the hitting arc, bowl on the offside. A second consecutive dot ball. That is good execution here from Rohan. Oh, what a shot! He's drilled that down the ground. But there's a fielder there. Oops, there's some misfielding. But a decent recovery to ensure that the ball does not cross the boundary line. As the batsman holler back for 2 runs. That's some brilliant footwork there to ensure that no runs were scored off that delivery. There's a good shot from Pramod, but the fielding was up to that mark. Once again, a great delivery to end the over. A very good comeback after a wide and the boundary of the first ball to concede just 7 runs of that over. A good recovery and at the end a good over from Rohan Verma. After the end of 9 overs, the score currently is 62 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. And step by step, both Pramod and Ketan Rai have motored along and have forged a crucial 49-run partnership so far. Can they go the distance or will Accenture fight back with a wicket? Trying to be cheeky there, but the batsman saw that coming. Good ball from Mangesh, followed the batsman, ensuring that only a single was available there. A good slower one there, but sensibly put into the gap. The call was for two, but some sharp fielding there, restricting the batting side to just a single. This is good batting, however. They are keeping the strike rotating, not allowing dot balls to build pressure here. We are currently at a very crucial juncture of the match, the very underrated middle overs. Ones that don't have a lot of fireworks, but ones that certainly make or break an innings. It'll be interesting to see how Ketan and Pramod both go about their business in this crucial middle overs. Oh, that's a no ball, the first no ball of the innings. The batsman will be awarded the free hit. You could see the effort from the bowler there, but in his attempt to bowl a quick short one, he somehow managed to whip the bails of the bowling end, resulting in a no ball and now a free hit for the batter there. Can Ketan Rai make the most of the opportunity? Here we go, free hit coming up. That's a good ball, but a good shot in the gap. Can the fielder get there? No, he can't. That is exceptionally executed from Ketan, made the most of the opportunity. Another boundary for him. That's his fifth boundary of the inning so far. It was a very good pickup shot on the leg side, evading the long on fielder there. The no ball certainly seemed to cost Mangesh here. Can he fight back with the remaining three balls of his over here? Ooh, that's well bowled away from the hitting arc. A good plan, bowling to the field there. They have a very strong offside field, and Mangesh needs to bowl according to that field. And this delivery was a perfect example of how he should bowl. Oh, that's hit straight back at the bowler. There was a chance there. It will be very harsh to call it a drop catch, but there certainly was an opportunity to break this crucial partnership. It was hit very hard. Mangesh did well to get his hands to it, but unfortunately for him, he could not hang on. Lucky for Ketan Ra as he survives. How costly will this drop catch be? It'll be interesting to see in the overs to come now. Here we go. Last ball before the drinks break. Good delivery on good length. The batsman pushes for it, but hits it straight to the fielder. After the end of 10 overs, the scoreboard reads 69 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. With Ketan Rai and Pramod forging a crucial 66-run partnership, ACCF seemed to recover well after that extremely shaky start. Welcome back. The drinks break has been concluded. For those of you joining us now, after the end of 10 overs, ACC currently stand at 69 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. It's Ketan Jadhav back into the attack, and on strike is Pramod, currently batting on 37 runs from 30 balls. Here we go, first ball after the break. Oh, that's well bowled, a good appeal, but the ball slightly going away from the off stump. Oh, there's an overthrow there, but very good running between the wickets to scamper back for two, stealing an extra run from the midfield there. That's a good ball, full and on the off stump. A good defense, resilient defense from Pramod there. That's a good cut shot of the back foot, but straight to the fielder. Very good field placement here and good bowling according to the plan from Chetan here. Huge appeal, but again the umpire disagrees. This is very good bowling from Chetan here, keeping it away from the hitting arc, and Pramod looking visibly frustrated now. Good ball, well played, a quick run, brilliant running between the wickets, smart batting from Pramod here, getting off strike. That's a very good shot, very clever, very cheeky. There was no one there. A brilliant paddle scoop towards fine leg for another boundary. Very clever batting, knew exactly where the fielders were. And after 11 overs, it's 76 for the loss of 3 wickets. And it's Rohan Verma back into the attack. The 12th over of the inning. Fired in flat, a good delivery on good length. Ramon looking to pull it. Didn't get the middle of the bat, resulting in just a single here. Slighted delivery, lofted in the air, but there's no fielder there. Lofted over mid off, but there was long off present there. So just 2 runs to the batting side on this ball. Rohan now changing his bowling stride, changing the number of steps he'll take to before bowling the delivery. Oh, a good ball, tight line and length. Brilliant sprint from the fielder on the boundary to restrict the batting side to just a single there. The fielders are certainly supporting the bowlers well here. Tight, very clinical fielding from pretty much all the fielders here. Again, good bowling. It's straight to the bowler, another dot ball. Shuffles across, his chance of a run out. Oh, good running there to ensure that he keeps his wicket. A quick single there and was certainly quite risky. The keeper seems to be hurt here. Let's just hope that it's not too serious. And he shakes it off. He's fine here. That's very good news for Accenture here. Lofted straight down the ground. That's a brilliant shot. That's gone for four. Was in the arc, was in the slot. Ketan Rai lofted it straight over the bowler's head. You can't keep fielder there. A very good cricketing shot that. 12 gone. It's 85 for the loss of 3 wickets now. That's lofted in the air, but a few bounces and straight to the fielder. A single of that ball. He looked to smash that out of the ground, didn't get the middle of the bat, and yet another single for the batting side. Short ball, good pull shot in the gap, and evades the fielder. Good shot from Pramod. Finally breaks the shackles. Yet another boundary, another pull shot. He's extremely strong on the leg side here. Just see that again. Waited for the delivery, balanced his weight, and a brilliant pull shot. Pierced the gap perfectly. The fielder simply had no chance. And despite a good effort from the fielder, he was unable to stop the ball reaching the boundary. Comes down the ground, that's in the air. Can the bowler take the catch? Yes, he does. A very important wicket. They finally broken the partnership here. They were going well. Pramod was batting beautifully, but he's dismissed for 45 now. And a 90-run partnership comes to an end. A very important and crucial wicket for Mangesh Raut and a fine catch of his very own bowling. Let's see that one again. Pramod came forward looking to hit it out of the ground, tried to reach his 50 in a grand fashion. Top edged it straight to the bowler and a well calculated catch that from Mangesh. A good innings from Pramod, but he's got to depart now. A steady, resilient knock and a great 45 when the team required a big one. The new batter on strike now is Abhishek Zaveri. Will this wicket stem the flow of runs? Will this get momentum back for Accenture? It will be very interesting to see where this match goes after that match defining wicket. Mangesh making some field adjustments for the new batter Abhishek Zaveri. A good comeback from Mangesh after being hit for a 4. Can he get one more? Can he get one more wicket here? Here we go. Last ball of the 13th over. Oh, that's a good, well disguised slower one. But Abhishek read it well, flicked it across on the leg side to take a single, get off the mark, and keep the strike. End of a very successful over that broke a 90-run partnership. 13 gone, it's 94 for the loss of 4 wickets. Left arm spinner Leon is back into the attack. Great start, good delivery, beat the batsman in the air and inside edge, and unfortunately for the bowler, it did not go onto the stump. A good start to the over, putting the new batter in pressure immediately. You can just see that the wicket of Pramod has lifted the spirits of the fielding side. They're back cheering and edging their bowler on. Slighted delivery, it's in the air, and that's gone all the way. First six of the match. That's a brilliant strike from Abhishek there. Let's look at that once again. Slighted delivery was in the arc, was there to be hit, and Abhishek made the most of it. Dispatched it with absolute disdain, and the ball flew past the boundary ropes for the first maximum of the innings. That also brings up the 100 runs for ACC. In the air, and he's gone! Leon has a last laugh. What a comeback after that magnificent strike. Again, this was there to be hit. Gave it some flight, gave the batsman bait, and the batsman fell for it. Looking to go over covers this time, but hit it straight to the fielder. With that, it's half the batsmen back in the hut for ACC. Here, look at that. Good delivery, flighted outside the off stump, inviting the batsman for an expansive drive. The batsman took the bait, unable to clear the fielder there, and a good, comfortable catch to dismiss the fifth batter of the innings. New batter in the crease is Sumiran. As it often is in cricket, one brings two. The wicket of Pramod shortly brought the wicket of Abhishek here, and Accenture are now back on top. A great comeback from Leon here. After being struck for 6 runs, he bounced back quickly to get a wicket of the very next ball. Now, Sumiran on strike. Again flighted on the offside. That's lofted in the air and that goes all the way, making his intentions clear from the very first ball. A brilliant strike over covers for six. Just look at that again. That's perfect balance, perfect poise. Cleared his front foot. The ball was there to be hit, and he hit it with absolute disdain there. Second maximum of the innings. Can Leon bounce back now? Once again flighted, but this time directly in the block hole. Well done by Sumiran to keep it out. This has been a riveting over so far. We've seen two maximums and a wicket. Now for the last ball, let's see what happens. That was fired in from Leon there, not giving flight to the set batter. Good strategy, dragged it back a bit, and the batsman flicked it on the leg side for a single to keep strike for the next over. With the kind of fireworks we saw in the last over, ACC seemed to be set towards a big finish. 6 overs to go. How many runs can they get? It's Mangesh now with ball in hand. That's in the air, but falls safe. The fielder had long gone does well to restrict the batting side to a single. And now it's Sumiran back on strike. Again, Mangesh making some field adjustments. Can he get one more wicket? He dismissed the ever crucial Pramod in this previous over. Can he get one more here? And he's gone right on cue outside the off stump. Batsman threw the kitchen sink at it, but could only salvage an edge and a good, comfortable catch for the keeper. Sixth wicket down for ACC, and Accenture are fighting back into this game. Look at that again. Determined and controlled bowling from Mangesh. Outside the off stump on a good length. Wasn't there to be hit, but the batsman went for it anyways. Could only manage an edge and a sharp catch from the keeper there. And that brings to crease Amit Kohli. I think it's imperative for him to hold guard, give the strike to Ketan Rai, who's well set on the other end, batting on 45 of just 32 deliveries. Here we go. Mangesh determined to get another wicket. Can he get one more? Can he put a halt to the scoring here? Again, a good ball tailed back in, but a good flick from Amit Kohli towards long on to get another single. And finally, to bring back on strike Ketan Rai. It will be interesting to see how Ketan Rai proceeds from here on. They've lost 3 wickets in quick succession, but he'll also have in mind that only 5.5 overs are left. It'll be interesting to see whether he goes for it or does he play conservatively. That's a well disguised slower one, but going away from the leg side, Ketan Rai completely outfoxed there. A brilliant delivery from Mangesh, but the leg by enables the batsman to take a single, and Ketan Rai gets off strike once again. Smart bowling from Mangesh. He knows the batsmen are after him and not giving any pace to the batters here. Again outside the off stump, a slight appeal. Again, very good bowling. Good line, good length. This extremely controlled bowling from Mangesh so far. Can he finish this over well? He has conceded just 3 runs so far. Can he finish with a flurry here? That's a great shot. Was in the arc and a brilliant drive. Evaded the fielder there. Absolutely no chance for the man at long off there. A brilliant shot to bring up a boundary. Yeah, let's see that again. Was full, was there to be hit, cleared his front foot and just hammered it past covers and long off. No chance for the fielder there. An impressive boundary. Much needed on behalf of ACC here. And now it's Leon to bowl his last over of the spell. Again, flighted outside the off stump. Brilliant batting. A great shot from Ketan Rai. This shows how set he is as a batter. Knew exactly where the fielders were. Pierced the gap beautifully through point. Again, an exhibition of batting masterclass and supreme technique. Sensed the length early. Removed his front foot away from his way. Got onto that front foot and a brilliant boundary through point. Files it quicker this time. Again, away from the hitting arc, very wide on the off stump. This is good bowling from Leon. Oh, sort of innovation there. Tried the reverse sweep, didn't get all of it. And with that, he brings up his 50. A very well compiled innings from Ketan Rai. Walked in when the team was reeling at 3 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. And he stood there resiliently. A brilliant 50 of just 36 balls, shining in adversity like a diamond under pressure. Good shot on the back foot, but straight to the fielder at long on. Restricted to a single there. Looked to hoik it on the leg side, but it wasn't there to be hit. It was way into the offside. Good bowling from Leon, keeping it outside the hitting arc once again. Advances down the track, it's in the air, but lucky for him, it evades three fielders there. And with that, 16 overs come to an end. And after 16 overs, the scoreboard currently reads 122 runs for the loss of 6 wickets. A lot of discussions before this over. There have been some changes in the field as well as Rohan Verma warms up to bowl his third over and the 17th of the innings. Flighted delivery on the middle stump. Ketan Rai lofted it in the air. Just a single there. That brings Amit Kohli to the crease. Let's see what he can do. With just around 4 overs left in the game, ACC will look to maximize these overs in order to get a flurryful finish. Oh, that's well bowled. Unlucky for the bowler there. He got the outside edge, outfoxed the batter there. But unfortunately, it only results in a single for the batting side. Advances down the track and it's a gorgeous drive, but there is protection in the back. Again, just a single. This is exceptional bowling from Rohan Verma at this stage of the game, conceding just 3 runs of his first three deliveries. Can he close out an over in a good way? Converted into a lower full toss, lofted it in the air, but did not get all of it. Falls way short of the fielder, resulting in another single. Four deliveries, four singles. Great start from Rohan Verma here. Fired in quicker, that's pulled! Just falls short of the fielder. That was extremely close. Could have resulted in the wicket of Ketan Rai, but it seems to be his day today. Here we go, last ball of the 17th over. It's been a brilliant over from the bowling side perspective. That's gone in the air. Can the fielder get there? Yes, he can. You could see the pressure mounting. Five singles back to back, and the last ball of the over has resulted in a wicket. Take a look at that one again. Was short, was there to be hit, did not get all of it, was in the air for a very long time, and a very good catch. Brilliantly judged from the fielder, getting the 7th wicket for Accenture here. Now it's Chetan Jadhav back into the attack for the 18th over of the innings. Sensible captaincy from Accenture here, a very hands-on approach from the captain, consulting his fielders and bowlers before setting up a plan. Here we go. First ball of the 18th over coming your way. There was a preempted shot, reverse sweep, brilliant fielding at the end, a bit of misfielding, but eventually restricting the batting side to 2 runs. Innovative and interesting batting from Ketan Rai here. Shuffles across, huge appeal, but it's gone for 4 instead. Brilliant batting from Ketan Rai here. He's showing his innovation, he's showing his repertoire of strokes here. He's showing that he's a 360-degree player. Tickled it fine, there was no fielder there, and brings up his ninth boundary of the innings. In the air, over the bowler's head, but there's a fielder there to mark it off. Just a single this time that brings Humed Sheikh to the strike. Oh, that's a very good ball and brilliant keeping there. Good length delivery outside the off stump, away from the hitting arc, and brilliant handwork and glove work from the keeper there. That's up in the air. Can the fielder get there? He got there, but unfortunately, the momentum carried him forward, unable to grab onto that opportunity. Nevertheless, a brilliant effort from the fielder there, and the batsman scamper back for 2 runs. Oh no, he seems to have injured himself in the catch. Let's just hope it's nothing too serious. These are disappointing scenes here. The fielder is going off the field to take some medical attention. Let's just hope it's nothing too serious and he can be back for the batting innings. What a shot! Pierced the gap, but good work at the boundary there to restrict the batting side to 2 runs. It was a good cut shot, resulting in 2 runs to the batting side. With that, 18 overs come to a close, and the scoreboard reads 138 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. And it's Jairaj back into the attack. He began the innings in emphatic fashion, taking a double wicket maiden. Can he get a few more wickets here? First ball, a good shot onto the leg side, but there's protection out there. Just a single. Good bowling according to plan from Jairaj. He's been extremely economical and tidy in his bowling, conceding just 12 runs of his first 3 overs. Can he finish his spell with a flurry here? Can he get a few more wickets? That's a brilliant shot. He's extremely strong on the offside. There was width there. There was allowing him to free his arms. And he scoops it. He cuts it over point for a boundary. All of these are extremely crucial runs for ACC here. With just 10 balls remaining, they need to go after every ball now. Short ball that's in the air. Fielder coming in. Oh, it just falls short. The bowler is disappointed there. He expected that the fielder take the catch. A good short ball, well directed, surprised the batsman there. Created an opportunity, but it was not quite to be. A very difficult chance and a good effort from the fielder there. Again, it falls short. Jairaj is extremely frustrated. He created two chances of two deliveries, but two is unfortunate luck. Both of them falling short of the fielders. Can he keep the pressure on? Can he get the wicket of Ketan Rai? That is the wicket that Accenture will be after. That was a good bouncer, but Ketan read it before, got into position, hooked it beautifully for four. Great anticipation and great execution from Ketan there. Let's just see that again. A sharp bouncer, very steep, but Ketan did well to get some bat on it. Got some good bat to it, guided the ball beautifully to the boundary, and that also brings up 150 runs from ACC. There we go, last ball of the penultimate over. Can Jairaj get a wicket or can Ketan get another boundary? What a shot! That's straight down the ground. Straight over the bowler's head, another boundary. Exceptional exhibition of batting here from Ketan as he marches on to 70 with his 11th boundary of the over. An exceptional finish to the penultimate over with two back-to-back boundaries. And ACC seems set to finish on a high here. 19 overs gone. It's 154 for the loss of 7 wickets. That over, however, concluded a exceptional spell from Jairaj. 4 overs, 28 runs and 2 wickets. He is the reason that Accenture were right on the top at the beginning. And now to bowl the final over of the innings, it's Faisal Khan. An interesting decision not to give Mangesh his third over, especially after he's taken two crucial wickets. Let's see how Faisal fails here. A lot of discussion before the last over. They know how crucial this over can be. This over will decide where the momentum goes into the innings break. Sumer Sheikh on strike to face Faisal Khan for the last over of this innings. That's in the air. Calls of catch it. But again, it falls short. Brilliant running between the wickets for 2 runs. And there's an overthrow. They scamper back for three. Great game awareness on both batters here. Quick to react, enabling them to run 3 runs on this occasion. This is turning out to be a very handy knock from Humaid Sheikh, who scored 14 runs of just 7 deliveries, striking at exactly 200. In the air, calls of catch it once again, but it falls between two fielders. And he's gone! Brilliant piece of fielding there. An unfortunate end to a brilliant innings as Ketan Rice run out. A very handy, very crucial knock of 71 runs comes to an end in the most unfortunate of fashions, through a run out no less. But is received with great applause from the dugout. They know how important this innings was. Came into bat when the team was at 3 runs for loss of 3 wickets, absorbed all the pressure and made the most of the situation. A fine and fantastic 71 that has put ACC in top position in this match here. Take a bow, Ketan Rai. A brilliant innings. Here we go. Faisal Khan with ball in hand. Steps down the ground. That's in the air. Again falling short of the fielders. Seems to be a lucky day for the batsman here as they scamper across for a single. Short delivery, that's in the air. Two fielders running in towards it, but once again it falls short. Just a single this time, and with that, ACC reached the 160 run mark. Steps down the ground, that's a good shot, but there's protection back there. Just another single, and now we've come to the last ball of the innings. With 161 on the board, how much can they amass from this last ball? Here we go. Last ball of the innings. Short ball outside off stump. That's a good shot, but again, there's protection back there. The batsman call for two. The throw is at the wrong end, but they still get the run out. With that, the innings is concluded with 162 runs for the loss of 9 wickets, courtesy of a run out on the very last ball. It must be said this is a brilliant recovery from ACC after they were restricted for 3 runs with 3 wickets on the board. They've come back very strongly, courtesy of brilliant 71 from Ketan Rai and a supporting 45 from Pramod. Here, let's take a look at the run out here. Quick thinking from the keeper to throw it to the bowler. Well collected from the bowler there, and he come well executed run out in the end to just restrict the batting side to 1 run of the last innings. With that, the innings has been concluded, and Accenture, when they come out, will have to chase 163 in their allotted 20 overs. Welcome back. The chase begins with Accenture needing 160 runs in their allocated 20 overs. It's Abhishek Padwekar for Accenture on strike, and Jigar Shah will start with ball in hand for ace. First ball lofted in the air, but it evades the fielder, falling in between two fielders. Abhishek off the mark straight away, and it brings to strike Deepak Venkatesh. A left-right opening combination, making a lot of potential for the bowling side here. Straight away after the first ball, we can see a lot of field changes. The fielders are moving around. Here we go. Deepak on strike, Jigar with ball in hand. Oh, that's a good ball, full on the off stump, and a good resilient defense from Deepak. He's taking a feel of the ball right now. Once again, flighted on the off stump, a good cover drive, but sharp fielding to ensure a dot ball here. What a shot! Breaks the shackles, gets down on one knee, sweeps it over square leg for the first boundary of the innings. Let's see that one again. Judged the length early, got down on one knee, and a brilliant sweep shot over square leg. Right out of the middle of the bat and perfectly executed to bring up the first boundary of the innings. What a shot on the offside this time. Another boundary, consecutive boundaries. Brilliantly lofted over cover this time. Let's take a look at that. Once again, knew where the ball was going to pitch, got into a great position early, and lofted it magnificently over covers. An exquisite boundary. And Accenture have gotten off to a great start already. 9 of the first 5 balls. In the air! Oh, a misfield from the fielder, allowing Accenture and Deepak to get a single. After the end of the first over, it's 10 without the loss of any wicket. And now it's Abhishek Zaveri into the attack for the second over of the innings as Deepak takes strike. Full toss, that's in the air. Can the fielder get underneath it? He does, and he's gone. A huge wicket, just what Ace needed. An early wicket. The ball was there to be hit, but he could not find the middle. The ball took the top edge, and a well judged catch from the fielder. Abhishek striking on his very first ball, dismissing the well set and good looking Deepak. Here, let's take a look at that once again. It was a full toss, it was there to be hit. He got down on one knee but could not muster all the strength. The ball took the top edge and the fielder did extremely well to take a good catch that went way up into the sky. And that brings to crease Vishal. The wicket has lifted the spirits of the fielding side. We can see a lot of chirp here. They're cheering their bowler on. They know how crucial these early wickets can be. Again in the air. Oh, that just goes over the fielder for a maximum. What a start from Vishal, showing his intent from the very first delivery. Lofted over the bowler's head. There was a long off there, but he went over it. Here, let's see that again. Judged it early, got under the ball, and a brilliant strike to take it all the way. That's a great delivery. A very good comeback from Abhishek after being hit for six. Two consecutive dot balls. No better answer to a six than that. In the air, has it gone the distance? Bounces just before the boundary ropes, and that's another boundary. Brilliant, confident, and intentful batting from Vishal here, and that's the second boundary of the over. A six backed up by a boundary here. Let's see that one again. Once again gets under the ball, lofts it high into the sky. This time it just bounced before the boundary line before trickling into the fence, awarding Vishal and Ace Accenture with 4 runs. Here we go, last ball of the second over. He got some good shape. The ball went slightly away from the batter and a solid defense from Vishal, showing his sensible batting after a huge over. Accenture seemed to be on top of the chase, even if after losing a wicket, they stand at 20 runs for a loss of one wicket after just 2 overs. Jigar Shah back into the attack. Great cut shot, but equally good fielding there. Good cricket overall. A good ball on good length outside the off stump. A good cut shot and equally good fielding. Once again, good length delivery. Punched off the back foot, but once again, straight to the fielder. Good bowling from Jigar Shah. Is bowling according to the plan here, not allowing the batsmen to free their arms. Ooh, once again, nearly missed out on this one. Again outside the off stump, looking to cut it. Completely missed it this time. A great start to the third over, three consecutive dot balls. Can Jigar keep the pressure up? This time, poked it delicately. Good, sensible batting and brilliant running between the wickets, resulting in a quick single there. Oh, that's a good ball and resolute defense. Played it into the gap for a quick single once again. This is turning out to be a great over from Jigar so far. He's considered just 2 runs of his 5 deliveries. Can he end this over well? Can he conjure a wicket here? That's down the leg side, and yes, he'll have to bowl that again. Wide signal from the umpire. Extra run to Accenture. Another wide, this time on the offside. He'll have to re-bowl that. He needs to get his focus and control back. Two consecutive wides. That's it. That is what they wanted. Well bowled outside the off stump, ending the over with another dot ball. A good over overall, just conceding 4 runs. Abhishek Javeri back for his second over. Good running between the wickets to steal a quick single there. These two are running well in tandem here, converting converting the balls into singles, not letting the dot ball build up the pressure. Good sensible batting from both the batters here. There seems to be some kind of discussion regarding the field adjustments. The keeper signaling the fielders to move slightly to the left there. Here we go. Abhishek now to Abhishek. Huge appeal! But the umpire thinks otherwise. It was a very good delivery. The batsman had no clue where the ball went, but a leg by allows them to steal another quick single. What a shot! That's a maximum. Straight down the ground. Slapped that for six. Some confident batting from Vishal here. His second maximum so far. Just look at that. Waited for the ball to come to him. Once again, getting under it. Smacked it straight out of the ground. That's well played. Delicately poked into the gap. The call is for two, but no. Just a single on this occasion. Great shot. Brilliant balance, and what a shot. An exceptional cover drive going all the way to the fence. Let's see that again. Arguably the shot of the day so far. It was a lower full toss, was meant to be put away, and he put it away with some style. Huge over, another great over for the batting side. 13 runs coming off of it, and after 4 overs, it's 37 for the loss of 1 wicket. Jigar Shah with his third over. Good delivery just inside the wide guideline. Vishal left it alone, and a good start to the fifth over here. Again outside the off stump. Good poke, played with soft hands, and they scamper across for another single. It's been a highlight of this partnership. Both these batters have rotated the strike beautifully so far. And that is the reason why they're cruising along on this chase. Good shot, chance of run out, but no, again. Great running between the wickets, another quick single. Putting pressure on the fielding side by these consistent singles. Slighted and a brilliant shot. Got down on one leg, swept it over square leg for yet another boundary. Vishal seems to be on a mission here. He wants to end things quickly. Take a look at that once again. Again, it was a full delivery, was in the slot, cleared his front foot, got down on one knee, and just pumped it over square leg for yet another boundary. What a shot! That's gone all the way! Another six. This is exceptional power hitting from Vishal. He's already raced to 30 runs of just 14 deliveries. Brings up his third maximum of the innings. A 4 followed by a 6. And just look at that. Look at that pose. Look at that perfection. Look at that timing. A brilliant pickup shot that goes all the way. And the pressure now is back on Jigar Shah. Can he close out this over well? Here we go. Last ball of the fifth over. That's in the air. And that's gone for 6. This is exceptional power hitting from Vishal. Ends the over with 3 consecutive boundaries, a 4 and 2 sixes. Look at that. It just seems as if a highlight reel right now. Once again in the slot, gets down on one knee, gets under the ball and lifts it beautifully over mid off this time. An absolutely safe shot and yet another 6. His fourth of the innings so far. And with that, Accenture raced to 55 runs at the close of 5 overs. Here we go for the last over of the power play. It's Ritesh Bhalani into the attack. Accenture have already made the most of this power play, scoring at an exhilarating rate of 11 runs an over. Can they finish the power play on a high? Can they finish with the bang? Or will Ace get back into this game with a couple of wickets? Here we go. Ritesh to Abhishek. Oh, that's wide. He'll need to bowl better than that. He'll have to re-bowl that. Another extra run in account of Accenture. What a great delivery! And he's got him! Second wicket, just what Ace needed. They needed to break this partnership, and they have. What a delivery, tailing into the batter, leaving him no choice. He was completely outfoxed there, and just what the bowler wants to see. Bails flying in the air. Here, let's see that one again. A brilliant comeback after a wide on the first ball. Just look at that. Perfect on the block hole. An excellent Yorker, perfectly executed. And the batsman had no clue whatsoever. And now it brings Leon to the crease to join Vishal in the middle. Again, a good delivery, a lower full toss, making it hard for the batter to get under it. There's been a good start from Ritesh so far. There's a good push. He wanted that single, but sensibly sent back by Vishal. It would have been a risky run. Great comeback from Ritesh after bowling the wide on the first ball. A wicket of the first ball and two consecutive dot balls. He's certainly amping the pressure on Accenture here. Full toss this time and a great shot to the covers. The fielder is chasing. Can he get there before the ball? No. The ball wins the race and Leon gets off the mark with a brilliant cover drive. Let's take a look at that again. Was a full toss. Got into a good position and pierced the gap beautifully. First boundary for Leon, and that ensures that Accenture reached 60 within the power play. A great start to their chase. That was a good ball, well directed short ball. Leon was not expecting that. You could see him completely outfoxed by that delivery, and eventually they get through a single, courtesy another by. And now with Vishal on strike is the last ball of the power play. Can he get another maximum to carry the momentum forward? A lot of field adjustments before the last ball is bowled, and understandably so. Both teams understand how crucial this ball can be. Here we go, last ball of the power play. Dug in short, a bit of a mix up, but well sent back for a dot ball. A brilliant over from Ritesh to end the power play. Just 5 runs off of it, and a very crucial wicket of Abhishek. After the end of the first power play, the scoreboard reads 61 runs for a loss of 2 wickets. Now we have Sainath Gurov into the attack for the first over after the power play. Well bowled on the good length, and Leon pushes it forward to play a dot ball. Slighted this time, it's in the air, but away from the fielder, and that's another maximum. The first of Leon's bat, and Accenture seem to be cruising towards this target. Just look at that balance there. Cleared his front foot and hammered it over the ground for another maximum. Another flighted delivery, but could not get the middle of the bat on this, resulting in just a single this time. Again, another left-right combination, making the fielding side hesitant and making it necessary for them to make a lot of fielding changes after the strike is rotated. Vishal on strike now. Punched off the back foot into the gap, and they scamper across for another quick single. Good running between the wickets between these two. That's well bowled and respected by Leon. A good resolute defense to respect the good ball bowled by the bowler. Slighted straight, hit straight, and the bowler puts it down. Again, a very tough opportunity on the follow through. It would be harsh to call it a drop catch, but it was an opportunity. It was drilled hard down the ground, straight back at the bowler, but he is unable to hold on to it. With that, the seventh over comes to a close, and Accenture are cruising along at 70 runs for the loss of just 2 wickets. And it's Ritesh Bhalani to continue. Can he get another wicket here? He got a wicket in his first over. Can he back it up with another one here? Ace need a breakthrough. They need to get a couple of quick wickets to get back into this game. Or else at this rate, Accenture will just run away with the game. Oh, that's a good ball. Kept it out of the hitting arc, well on the offside. Leon tried to go for the drive, but missed it by quite a few miles. Good execution here from Ritesh. He's keeping it away from the hitting arc, not allowing the batters to hit him out of the park. This time it's in the arc, it's in the air, and it's six. Making the most of the delivery. It was in the slot, it was there to be hit, and a magnificent strike over long on. Yet another maximum for Team Accenture, and the second one of Leon's bat. Here, let's see that one again. It was in the slot and lofted it magnificently. Oh, that's an inside edge this time. Fortunate that it did not go on to the stumps. But fortune favors the brave. Huge appeal, but it was probably missing the stumps. A good call from the umpire. Good delivery from Ritesh and the umpire signaling that it was going over and away from the leg side. Another good ball. Sharp bowling on the good length, but well played from Vishal to amass another quick single. This has been a feature of his batting so far. While he's also played some extravagant shots, he's also rotated the strike quite nicely. He hasn't let a lot of dot balls enter the playing ground, and that is the reason why he is currently striking at an strike rate of 200. Good ball to end the eighth over. Eighth gone, it's 78 for the loss of 2 wickets. It's Sainath to bowl the ninth over of the inning. Starts off with a good delivery and well defended from Vishal. Good shot, good cut shot, but straight to the fielder. Again, this is exceptional bowling. He's bowling according to his field, not giving Vishal any flight or time to hit him over his head. Good bowling on the off stump. Good bowling on the offside. This time it was slighted, got down on one knee and sweeps it along. There's a chase by the fielder, but the ball wins the race. Yet another boundary for Vishal. He knew exactly where the fielders were and placed it and guided it beautifully into the gap to pick up his third boundary. Good comeback. This is where he needs to be. On the off stump, round and about targeting that off stump. Good comeback from Sainath here. Tossed up, that's gone in the air. And there's no one there. It's gone all the way. Yet another maximum from Vishal. His fifth of the inning so far. Once again, he brings out the sweep shot. Another great over. 10 coming off of it. And 9 overs down. Accenture are 88 for 2. Let's take one another look at that 6. Look at that. Once again, clearing his front leg. Getting into a good position. And another brilliant 6. Vishal is single-handedly making a mockery of this chase and is currently batting on 48 of just 25 balls. If Ace want to get back into this game, Vishal's wicket is what they need. It's Ritesh to continue and he'll bowl the last over before the drinks break. What a start. He's on the money, on the mark. Completely beating the batter there. A great start from Ritesh. Again. This is persistent and consistent bowling. Consistently hitting the good length mark, making it difficult for the batter to score runs. This is exactly what other bowlers need to do. Once again, good length delivery, cramping the batsman for room. The batsman flicking it to take a single. And that brings to strike Vishal. Let's see what he does here. It'll be an interesting contest between Ritesh Balani and Vishal. Again, another good ball, another dot ball. This is exceptional bowling from Ritesh. He's conceded just a single of his four balls. Can he end this over well? Can they get a good over in before the innings break here? Once again, another good delivery and sensibly played to the fielder for a single by Vishal here. Here we go. Last ball of the 10th over. Brilliant fielding there. What a stop. Another dot ball. An end of an exceptional over from Vishal, conceding just 2 runs. And with that, the players will now take drinks. After the end of 10 overs, Accenture are 90 for the loss of 2 wickets. Welcome back. The drinks break has ended and it's Karan Sharma into the attack now. If Ace want any chance of getting back into this game, they need wickets and they need wickets fast. Because at this rate, Accenture will just run away with the game. Here we go. First ball after the break. That's hit into the gap for a single and that brings up the 50 for Vishal. An exceptional innings, a 28 ball 50 laced with 5 maximums and 3 boundaries. Single-handedly carrying Accenture's innings, and he is the wicket that Ace will want if they want to have any chance of getting back into this game. A huge cheer from the dugout as well. They acknowledge how important and crucial this innings was. Great ball, a brilliant mixture of flight and good length, and a good defense from Leon, recognizing the greatness of that ball. Gets on the back foot and lofts it to square leg, but there's a fielder there, and he'll restrict it to just one run of this ball. And that brings back on strike Vishal. He's already scored 50 and he looks all set for a big one. That's in the air and in the gap. Another boundary. Vishal is just motoring along, single handedly carrying this innings. His fourth boundary so far and a brilliant pull shot to bring it up. Let's see that one again. He judged the length perfectly, transferred his weight back onto the back foot, and met the ball with sublime timing and pierced the gap to amass another boundary. An exceptional display of batting here from Vishal, and Accenture will be hoping that he stays there till the end and gets them through. Good ball this time, another dot ball. Sensible batting from Vishal, recognizing that not every ball needs to be hit to the stands. What a shot! What a shot! How many times have we seen this already? Senses the ball was short, gets down on one knee and sweeps it beyond fine leg for yet another boundary. Here we can see another action replay of the brilliant shot. Look at that. Transferred his body weight onto the back foot, knew exactly where the fielders were and hit the gap with absolute precision. And with that, the 100 comes up for Accenture. And at the end of 11 overs, they seem to be comfortably cruising around to this chase, with just 63 runs required in the coming 9 overs. Into the attack now is Tejas Salyan. Can he get a breakthrough? Can he get Ace back into this game? Tejas sure seems confident moving the fielders around. Can he get what Ace wants? Can he get that important breakthrough? Can he reduce and restrict the stem of runs here? Here we go, the first ball of the 12th over. And he'll have to bowl that one again. It was way too wide. And another extra run to Accenture here. Good shot, but there's a protection back there and will only result in a single. Oh, that's a very good ball. Well played by Vishal to guide it for another single. There's been a good start from Tejas so far. He's hit the right length and he seemed to be on song. Can he get his rhythm flowing and keep the momentum going? Can he get a breakthrough? Slower one was well disguised. The batter gets some bat on it and the ball goes to long on for yet another single. This won't hurt Accenture, but Ace need to get their fielders in. They need to put more pressure on the batters. They cannot allow them to get so many easy singles. What a shot! That's straight down the ground and that's six. Brilliant hit by Vishal, straight over the bowler's head. And there's one word to describe that shot, and that word is perfect. Here, let's just look at it. It wasn't a bad ball, it wasn't a bad length, but the sheer brilliance from Vishal. Again, once again, sensing the length very early, getting under it, and lofting it straight over the bowler's head for a maximum. His sixth maximum of the innings. Once again, another pull shot. That's another boundary. Vishal seems to be in a hurry here. A six backed up by a boundary. 10 of 2 balls now. Let's just see this one again. He knew that the bowler would overcompensate by going short and he was ready for it. Knew where the fielders were and guided that between fine leg and square leg for yet another boundary. Tejas now under pressure. Can he end this over well? That's a wide and a misfield by the keeper, allowing one more extra run. Tejas will have to bowl that one again. It has already been a quite expensive over. He's considered 16 of it so far. How much will the last ball go for? Better bowling there. It was a better line, but well clipped for yet another single. 17 coming off that over, and after 12 overs, it's 117 for the loss of 2 wickets. Karan Sharma back into the attack for the 13th over of the innings. That's lofted off the back foot into the gap and another boundary. Beautifully played from Leon. Got off to the back foot and lofted it over long off. A great boundary to start the over and Karan under pressure straight away. Just look at that. A brilliant back foot punch reminiscent of Kumar Sangakkara himself. Flighted, that's gone in the air. Cries of catch it. And he's gone. A good catch, and the bowler finally has a last laugh. Karan gets the wicket he was after, and Leon departs after a handy cameo of 28 runs. Here we can see Karan gave it a little bit more flight and pulled it away from the hitting arc. Leon fell for the bait, going for the big shot, got an edge onto it, and an extremely well judged catch in the deep. With that, the third wicket goes down for Accenture. But is it a bit too late? And the next batter out in the middle is Zaid Mumin. Toss top and six. What a start to his innings. Gets off the mark in some style with a maximum. He has made his intentions clear from the very first ball. A flighted delivery was in the arc to be hit and a huge hit from Zaid Mumin. Can Karan come back once again? That's a short delivery, goes on to the back foot, cuts it into the gap for a single. Sensible batting from Zaid, following up a maximum with a single. Oh, that was well bowled. Got the inside edge, but fortunate enough to get a single off of it. Well played off the back foot. Some misfield, but decent recovery to restrict the batting side to just a single. End of a successful but slightly expensive over from Karan. And at the end of 13 overs, Accenture are cruising along at a run rate of 10, scoring 130 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. What a shot! Straight down the ground, and that's 6. Welcomed the bowler with a brilliant strike right above his head. A clean blow into the stands, and Zaid Momin is making his intentions clear. His second maximum of the just fourth delivery that is faced, and Abhishek Zaveri has been welcomed back into the attack with some style. Well bowled, a good comeback from Abhishek. Cramped him for room, resulting in just a single this time. Advances down the track, it's a good shot. Oh no, and a misfield awards 4 runs to Vishal. Yet another boundary for him. It was a good stroke, an elegantly crafted shot, and yet another boundary for Vishal. Here we can see a brilliant on drive, one of the hardest shots in cricket to pull off, and he pulled it off with such elegance and grace. Oh, walks down again, but completely outfoxed this time. A leading edge, but it seems to be his lucky day. It falls safe. A good comeback from Abhishek here after being hit for a 4. That's in the air. And nothing the fielder at long on can do. Yet another maximum. Vishal certainly seems to be in a hurry to finish this match early as he brings up his seventh maximum of the match. The long on and long off has been his areas of interest as he once again nails one that goes all the way. A huge over so far, 17 off of it already with one ball yet to go. Again, a full toss, but Vishal couldn't get everything onto it and just a single. As he'll keep strike, 18 coming off that over, and it's 14 gone and 148 for the loss of 3 wickets. Sainath Gurav back into the attack. Accenture have the possibility of finishing this match in this over. Just 50 needed. Can they get it over in this over? That's in the air. Soft dismissal and he's gone. Sainath strikes and brings to an end an exceptional innings from Vishal. A 39 ball 81 laced with 7 maximums and 7 boundaries. Single handedly took the match away from Ace and a fantastic and ferocious innings. Is received by warm applause on the dugout. They know how good this innings was. A quality innings from a very quality and able batter. Take a bow, Vishal. You have certainly secured a win for your team. And now on crease is Kunshi Korve. Oh, that's a brilliant delivery. And he's got him. Yet another wicket. Sainath Gurav is turning the match on its head. But is it a bit too late? Or are we going to see another twist in this tale? Let's look at the dismissal once again. Beat him in the air, was flighted perfectly, landed just above the good length mark, and the batsman had no clue where the ball went before he saw it crash into the stump. Sainath Gurav now on a hat trick, and to face the hat trick ball, out next is Rohan Verma. Here we go, the hat trick ball. There's a slip in pace. Rohan Verma to face. Slighted, and it just converted into a lower full toss. Unfortunate for Sainath. He could have had a brilliant hat trick here, but well played by Rohan. Appeal, loud appeal, and he's gone! Third wicket of the over, and yet another dismissal for Sainath. Have Ace made a mistake in holding him back? Had they got him earlier on, it could have changed the course of the match. But it seems as if it's a bit too late now. But you never say never. Brilliant bowling effort from Sainath. Another LBW. Completely outfoxed the batter there. He had no clue where the ball went. Perfect flight, perfect length, and yet another dismissal. Here we go. Sufyan to face now. What a brilliant over it's been so far. Four deliveries, zero runs conceded, and three wickets taken. Yes, you heard that right. Three wickets. Can he get a few more? Here we go. Sufyan to face. Flighted, well played into the gap. First runs for Sufyan gets off the mark in fine fashion. Last ball of the 15th over. It's been an extraordinary over as far as it is concerned for the bowling side. Can he end with one more wicket? Ooh, another great delivery. And Zaid blocking it out, not taking any risks. What a fantastic over that was. Just one run conceded and three huge wickets taken. Pretty much invoked a new sense of vigor and excitement into this match. Do we see another twist coming, or will Accenture run away with this? A smart ploy from the captain, bringing Ritesh back into the attack. He's conceded just 15 of his first three and has taken a wicket. Good captaincy here. One more wicket here, and they'll certainly be back in this game. Can Ritesh do the job for his team? Huge appeal, but no impact seemed outside the off stump. Sufi unlucky to survive there. Great start from Ritesh. Can he get one more wicket? Can he get Ace back into this one? Great slower one, outfox the batter there once again. This is exceptional bowling from Ritesh. And now the batsmen seem under sudden pressure. Has the table turned? Has the tide turned here? Well played. That's well played into the gap for a single. This is what they need to do. Do not go for the big shots. Singles and doubles will do the job for Accenture here. Smart, sensible batting is what they need. Oh, another great delivery, but a good resolute block from Sufyan here. This is turning out to be an exceptional over from Ritesh. Just 2 runs conceded so far of the 4 deliveries. Oh, another good delivery and a good test match leave from Sufyan. Respecting that Ritesh is having a brilliant day with the ball. It has been a great over so far. Can he end it well? Can he get one more wicket on the last ball of his over? Here we go. Last ball of the 16th over coming up. Oh, well played. Chance of a run out. No, good running to secure a single. And with that, Ritesh ends his spell. Exceptional spell, extremely economical and tidal. 4 overs, 18 runs, and 1 wicket. He has, without a doubt, looked the best bowler for Ace. And he has certainly done his part to ensure that his team remains in the game here. Here we go. Sainath back into the attack. Can he get a few more wickets? He got 3 wickets in his previous over for those who missed it. Can he get a few more here? A great aggressive field here from Ace. There's even a slip in place here. This is turning out to be an extremely riveting and entertaining encounter here. Sufyan to face. Ooh, that one stayed low. Did well to get some bat on it. The pressure is certainly mounting on Accenture here. There's a lot of chirp out here in the middle. Oh, that has gone down the leg side. How many runs can they get here? Will it go all the way? Yes, it has. And to add salt to the wound, it is a wide. That will result in 5 extras. That will give a huge sigh of relief for Accenture here as the target now comes down to single digits. The 6 runs required now. Huge appeal, but it was clearly going outside the off stump. Great bowling from Sainath here, keeping his team in the game. Comes down the ground, that's a good shot, good intent there. Just a single, but it was important to score this run. The spy required now. Oh, that has gone through everything. You've got to feel for Sainath here. It was such a good delivery that it went through everything. The batter missed it, and unfortunately, the keeper did as well, resulting in 4 byes here. And now, Accenture in touching distance with the scores leveled. You've got to hand it to Sainath. He really made a match out of this and certainly added some extreme pressure on Accenture batters here. Comes down the ground and ends it in emphatic fashion with a boundary. A great cameo from Zaid Momin. A 10 ball 20 to finish things off. Nevertheless, it was a riveting and entertaining match. It had everything. We saw two extremely entertaining knocks from both sides, but it was Vishal whose team wins today. A great strike into the gap to end the innings, and Accenture take this home with a good and dominant victory with 4 wickets.